What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. We're of course in the World Cup mode right now, opening some packs. First things first, apologies for the first 30 minutes of yesterday's title. It was that we packed a brand new World Cup icon, or rather we packed a World Cup icon, not one of the new ones, actually one that's already in regular FUT. But we packed our first World Cup icon, which is great. But of course that wasn't in the last video. It wasn't supposed to be the title. It wasn't for clickbait or anything. I've literally just got so mixed up with everything over the last couple of days. I've released something like 10 videos over the last 2 days, and getting all my ducks in a row. It's just been a bit difficult, and there's no excuse. You know, it was just a mistake on my part. I didn't mean to put the title there. Of course, the title is there for today's video, because today we do pack our World Cup icon. So I've got lots of packs here today. I've just selected the favourable packs. I've not really shown you guys some of the trash bag packs. We've got only the packs where good or relevant or usable players are pack pulled. Obviously there's a lot of stuff in the club, and then we've got gameplay all the way through the World Cup today. So obviously the World Cup mode had a lot of hype the first day that it came out. That seems to have been slowly dwindling, but lots of comments, and we're going to get through that eventually. Cameron Colquhoun says, "Nep the type of guy to discard contracts for 0 coins. So here's something that lots of people still don't know. Consumables carry over through both versions of the game. So if you open a pack in the World Cup mode, these contracts that you see here, the fitness cards and such, if you store them into your club, you can access them in regular Ultimate Team or World Cup Ultimate Team. And likewise, if you open a pack on regular Ultimate Team and you get consumables, you can store them in regular Ultimate Team and they will be usable in the World Cup mode. Same with any consumable. So chem styles, healing, attribute cards, contracts, fitness, position change, all the same. So they actually have a value in game. So I'm not discarding them for 0 coins. They are being discarded for coins. The reason why I'm discarding them is because I have so many consumables over on my main account, and so many on this FIFA World Cup mode that I just don't need them. They don't sell right now. The consumables market specifically has fallen through the floor, and that is because there is just an utter abundance of consumables. And the reason for that is, as we get our icon, when I saw French, I was so desperately hoping for Thierry Henry. It would have been great. It's Laurent Blanc, which is still fantastic. Yeah, the problem is, every time you open a 7.5k pack on this game mode, you get the 7.5k pack on this game mode that has consumables, but then you also get the 7.5k pack on the other game mode that has the consumables. So although players, staff and managers aren't tradable, the fact that consumables are tradable means that there is 2 times the amount of normal consumables being opened, and because of the massive packs that are being opened in general, we are seeing more and more and more consumables, and it's making the consumables market utterly on the floor, to the point where squad fitness cards, that's right, squad fitness cards are 200 coins bin and 150 on open bid. Now a smart man would say go and stock up on those if you've got coins. But because the World Cup mode is here now and regular FUT is kind of in a weird spot, I don't know if they'll recover or how much they'll recover by and if it's worth it. You might want to go and buy 1,000 of them and just, you know, store them in your club. And if they go up to 400 or 500, you'll make a crap ton of profit. You might not care. You know, I don't know. It's up to you. But there's a potential opportunity for generating profit through squad fitness cards right now, or through consumables in general. Hawk cards are 300 coins, anchor cards are like 250, 300 coins. It's crazy how cheap the consumables market is. The next comment is from Mila8111, says, "Yo, Nep, do you think it's worth playing group games and then quitting in around 16s, or playing the whole thing to try and win? Keep up the good content. Love from Sweden. Hope they win the World Cup, but I really miss Italy in the World Cup mode." Yo, I appreciate the kind words, dude. So the most efficient way to play this game is to play the group stage, collect your reward, and then forfeit the tournament. Even if you can win the tournament consistently, that's the most efficient way to generate packs and generate players. The actual most efficient way is if you win your first 2 games, go and quit the 3rd game, but score an own goal for your opponent, right? So that he gets the win. Don't be that guy that just goes in, pauses and quits. Score the own goal, give him the win, give him the 3 points, help him out. When you get to the round of 16, you don't need to go into a game from that point. You can actually press square or X on Xbox and forfeit the tournament, and it just starts you again in the group stages. So basically, you can go in, you can play. If you win your first 2 group games, quit give the goal, quit the 3rd game, forfeit the tournament. If you need wins, draws, or points in general to get through the group stage in the 3rd game, play out your 3 group games, forfeit the tournament in the semi-final. The reason why it's the most efficient way to do it is because if you do it with 2 games and then quitting and then forfeiting, you get 2 player packs and a 7.5k pack. If you have to play all 3 games, you get 3 player packs and a 7.5k pack. To win the World Cup, not only do you have to win it, because you only get 1 player packs through the quarters, the semis, the round of 16 and the final. If you win the World Cup final, you get 2 7.5k packs and 15,000 coins. But if you lose in the World Cup final, you only get the one player pack. So basically, if you can't win it, it's pretty much not worth playing through, which I think is a bit of a mistake on EA's part, because it makes the most efficient way of playing the game to quit when you get to the round of 16, which is just crazy. With that being said, how you play this game and how you want to play this game will dictate how it goes on. For example, if you've already spent 100, 200, 500, 800,000 coins on this game mode and you've got like an incredible team, there's no reason for you to quit. You don't need the packs, you don't need the players. Like, play through the World Cup, see if you can win the World Cup with your team. That's the whole point of the World Cup mode, trying to win the World Cup, right? If you have no players and you want it to be a long grind, don't quit either, because if you keep quitting and accelerating the process, you're going to get to your end game team quick and it's going to become a bore for you. So, you know, I would only say get to the, you know, the quarterfinal, or sorry, the round of 16 and quit if you're just desperate for packs, don't have any coins and don't really care about winning the World Cup mode. Otherwise, you're just going to end up hurting your own fun within the game. Nikki Boy 007 says, why can I not hear sound from 3 to 4 minutes onwards? And there was a whole bunch of comments saying that from the 3, 4, 5 minute mark there was no sound. If you go back and watch the video now, the sound's there. It was 100% just a YouTube issue. I don't know how or why it was from that specific time, but I kept reading those comments all the time, so I kept going on to like incognito. I used my mobile device, I used my other computer, just to make sure that if I wasn't logged into YouTube, I could still hear it and stuff. And for me, it was always fine. So I think it was an error on YouTube's part, and it was only for certain people. It wasn't for everyone, so that's pretty weird. Miles McKee says, hey Nep, I know this has no effect on you, but EA have been very lazy and ignored old gen users this year. I understand that the majority of the users are on new gen, but personally I cannot afford a PS4, so I'm still on PS3 and cannot help but feel that I'm being punished for the financial situation. With no disrespect intended, my friend, the new gen consoles have been out for 5 years now. It was September 2013 that they got released. We're now in basically July 2018, so you know, almost 5 years since the new gen consoles came out. No company supports old gen consoles at this stage. No one. Like FIFA still release a game for the old gen. It's a really scaled back game, because for them to actually make the same game for an old gen console, they have to remake the whole game, because it's a different engine that's used. It's different, the way the game is built, and then like it's hard for me to explain. In my head it's easy, but the way they like put the game onto the game, the way you see it, it's all different from each console. So the reason why you probably got the World Cup mode in 2014 is because old gen consoles were still super relevant and not many people had new gen consoles. But if you think EA are being lazy because they're not producing a game mode add-on for a console that is 5 years old, I think you've got things very, very wrong. There is so much that you can look at EA and say this is wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. But to try and pick on them for this, I think you're reaching, dude. Honestly, I think you just need to accept and understand that companies aren't making games for old gen consoles anymore, specifically not add-ons or important aspects of the game, because generally speaking nobody plays on them. So it's not that they're punishing you for your financial situation and lack of having a new gen console. It's just that there's just no demand for it, and I don't know, man. I think you're being a little too overcritical in that sense, personally. Next comment was from Victor Rashidi. He says, hey, do you think regular Ultimate Team will be relevant again? Because I don't know if I should buy all the players for extremely cheap now or just grind the World Cup mode. Thank you, lovely vids. I don't know. The community generally will decide this, and it will be decided based on whether or not they get bored of the World Cup mode and go back. Like, there's so many problems right now within this game, and there's no real answer to it. And I was talking to Nick about this deeply on his stream last night. EA can't win. No matter what they do, they can't win. They're damned if they do, and they're damned if they don't. And I don't envy them, and I don't have solutions, and I don't have answers either, you know? Everybody was so hyped for the World Cup. Everyone wanted the World Cup mode. Everyone knew the pack weight in the World Cup mode was great, same as it was 4 years ago. Everyone knew that there was a limited player base in the World Cup mode with who you could pack. Everyone knew the only thing in the World Cup was going to be winning the World Cup and maybe playing the draft. Yet still, everybody sold everything in Ultimate Team, spent all their coins on the World Cup mode, got all the best players in the game, and now are sitting there saying, well, what do we do? Like, we're kind of our own downfall in that sense. So I don't know if regular Ultimate Team is going to be worth it. I went and bought every single rest of the world player from the regular Ultimate Team because I think I will go back to regular Ultimate Team and probably quicker than I thought I would do. I thought I'd get a lot of time and a lot of enjoyment out of the World Cup mode. But as you will see from today's video, we win the World Cup. I've spent a few 100,000 coins, maybe like 300,000 to 500,000 coins on this game mode already. My team is exceptional. I've won the World Cup. I don't care about it anymore. It's sad as it is, but I don't care to play the World Cup mode anymore on this account because I don't have anything to do, and I ruined that for me because I opened too many packs too quickly and got everything. And that was my mistake. On my other account, on my Poor Man's Road to Glory World Cup account, I'm still enjoying it because my team is terrible. I'm struggling in games. There's a lot to grind for, a lot to play for, and I'm earning my way there. But in the World Cup game mode, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. You know, as you say, players are super cheap right now. But I think one of the problems is because the World Cup mode is untradeable players. If let's say you had a team worth 1 million coins and you didn't sell it, and then the market crashed and you sold it for 500,000 coins, and then you use all those 500,000 coins on the World Cup mode. Now you have nothing. You have only your untradables on the regular mode, you have all untradables on the World Cup mode, and you have no coins. So are you going to be the sort of person that either continues playing the World Cup mode because you have a lot on there, or are you going to go back to Ultimate Team and start grinding again to try and get coins back, or are you going to turn around and say, you know what, I'm done with this game for this year. I'll see you in FIFA 19. And only you will know that for you. And that's why I say, like, in general, the community itself will decide whether or not regular Ultimate Team is going to be fun and usable again, or whether or not World Cup mode stays as everyone's playing. The one thing I will say is there's still a lot to come. You know, the World Cup starts in a few weeks. Every player in the World Cup game mode is dynamic. So who do we get here? We end up packing French, right mid, is it Dembele or Thauvin? If this player has a good game in the World Cup, Thauvin there, he will get upgraded. So that World Cup card will go from an 82 to potentially an 84 and 85. And so that might bring people back into the World Cup mode. So for 2 weeks, it's going to be contentious. However, on the regular Ultimate Team mode, of course, we have the Path to Glory Select cards, which are the World Cup upgrade one to watch style cards. We still have things available like footies and stuff, which is going to be fun. But like many people said when I suggested this before, is that no cards are going to be good enough. Because even if Thauvin gets a Path to Glory Select card, which I know he doesn't have one, but let's use him for an example because we had him there. Let's say he has a Path to Glory card in regular FUT, and he gets a Path to Glory Select card, and he gets upgraded from an 82 to an 85. And then an 87, and then an 89. Guess what? He has a Team of the Season card out right now that's like 30,000 coins. So no player that's in the World Cup mode and no Futties card or no special, if they release FUT Swap again, no FUT Swap card or anything like that, is going to get into people's teams because right now, I linked on my Twitter late last night a team that you can buy for less than 500,000 coins that is genuinely an endgame team. So Team of the Season Promes, Team of the Season Lozano, Team of the Season Jonas, Van Ginkel, Talisca, Teles, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Arias, Lecomte and Fernando. In a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, it's obviously an insane team and it's less than 500,000 coins. There are obviously some areas that are a little bit weaker than others as well. Fernando as a CDM is not quite as good as other CDMs. Kimpembe and Van Ginkel can also be upgraded, but you guys will already have, for example, prime icons that you've got untradeable. You'll already have some untradeable Team of the Seasons that you've got throughout Team of the Season from those packs that you can fit in there. But basically, for so cheap, you can get an end game team. And so even if they released a Futties Chris Smalling 88 rated card, whose team is he getting in? He's getting in no one's team. Like, it's a huge problem this year where everybody got everything too quick, and it's the same thing with World Cup mode. And that's what I was talking to Nick about last night with how do you combat that? Because I got everything so quick in the first 10 weeks on this Road to Glory account to the point where it became not worth my time. So I'm saying it's not worth it for me to play 45 games of squad battles for only a 100k pack and a 50k pack. It's just not worth my time. Yet at the same time, I'm also saying I want something that's going to be able for me to grind. How can EA win? If you grind too much, you get things too quick, and if you don't grind enough, it takes far too long to get anything, and there's no middle ground. And as I say, I don't have a solution, and I don't have an answer, and I don't know. I genuinely just don't know. I don't know what the future of this game holds now until FIFA 19. And for somebody who was looking forward to the World Cup mode so much, and for somebody in terms of like me personally, I was looking forward to the World Cup mode because I remember it from 4 years ago. I loved it, and I couldn't wait to play it. From somebody who looks at YouTube as a business and playing FIFA as a business, I thought the World Cup, team of the season would be great. It would carry us to the World Cup mode. World Cup would be great, make easy videos up until FIFA 19, and then FIFA 19 is released. However, because of how contentious this game is now and how regular fighters, the market's on the floor, nobody's really playing it. World Cup mode is seemingly has a really short shelf life. In terms of like my business prospects, this is a troublesome time. I don't know how, I don't know what I'm going to do for the next 4 months before FIFA 19 comes out. It's going to be tough, and I don't have the answers. I did have a few other comments, dudes, but we've run out of time, sadly. I thank you guys so much for the support on the videos, of course. We're going to go live in a second as we win the World Cup here, guys. We're 3-1 up in the final. I made it 4-1. I think my opponent pulled it back to 4-2. This was the first World Cup final that I got to, and we end up with a nice, comfortable victory. And I don't even have a great team. I've got a good team, don't get me wrong. A couple of icons, strong players like Gabriel Jesus, Thierry Henry on loan and such. But I don't have like an insane team, and I still managed to win the World Cup quite comfortably. 7 wins, no losses. It was quite easy for me. So if you're already half decent at FIFA and you've got a super team, it's probably going to be way too easy winning the World Cup. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the gameplay. We're going to go and open the packs, spend some coins, and see if we can't upgrade our squad a little bit. So thank you for watching, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so as you just saw, we won the World Cup with our first attempt. 7 games, 7 straight victories as well. We didn't lose in the group stage match either. 8 goals conceded over those 7 games, 25 goals scored, 89% pass accuracy, which is fantastic, and 56% possession. 1 tournament completed, 1 title won. Happy days. Very nice indeed. Obviously, also as you just saw, we spent some time opening a whole bunch of more packs. I don't want to do it live necessarily. I don't know how I want to go about it. I think I was watching Nick's stream the other day, and he hit the nail perfectly on the head. He said, for people with a lot of coins, this game mode is just too easy, right? It's easy to get players. It's easy to get a sick team. It's easy to just get it all stacked up and start grabbing wins. For people who have no coins, it's too hard. The grind is not only long, but you're also grinding against people who have stacked teams, and that makes it even more difficult. So yeah, I think it's a tricky one, and I don't know how to handle it or what to say really. So we get a single player pack from the final. I opened up packs throughout, obviously. We were lucky enough to pack an icon here today with Laurent Blanc. We got a few other big players, Gabriel Jesus, obviously Ben Youssef. You are a waste of time, unlucky. So yeah, it is what it is. But this squad did a job. It did an alright job, that's for sure. De Gea, Moore, Dani Alves, Paulinho is very good, by the way. I like this card a lot. 4 games, only the 1 assist, but his presence in game is big. This guy, not so good. 7 games for Di Maria, didn't enjoy him at all, really. Casemiro is very good. Willian I quite liked. No goals, funny that he hasn't scored. Gabriel Jesus got involved in the goals, 5 goals, 4 assists. And Bobby Firmino did good as well. 8 games, 8 goals, 3 assists. Mo Salah came on as a sub and scored 2 of those 3 goals in the final, which was pretty good. Thierry Henry, of course, has been phenomenal with 8 goals and 1 assist in 4 games. But we're going to go ahead, guys, and not only are we going to open the packs that we've got here, we're going to open 2 more packs as well, because we earned 15,000 coins, obviously, from winning the World Cup, and we're going to treat ourselves off the back of that to spend those 15,000 coins on 2 packs. We get a French centre-back, Varane, Mtiti. I mean, that's a good card, but I have, obviously Blanc and Bobby Moore. It's going to be difficult to shove one of those guys out of the team because their defending stats are so very good. We get Tolisso in there as well, keeping the Frenchman up. Get some good consumables and such. And we'll discard those remaining items and put the premium gold pack to the Road to Glory, the main account. What I'm going to do with the packs that I've got on the main account, because they're just 7.5k packs, I'm just going to open them all off camera. If we hit something big, I'll record it, I'll put it in a video. If not, I'm just going to store everything. What we get here? Left back, Marcelo, 87 rated. It's such a shame he's got no pace in this game, because that is a hell of a card and he fits perfectly into my team. But I just think Alexandro is probably the better player. We also get Ricardo Quaresma, 4-star, which is obviously very good. His defending is good, his physicals are good, his dribbling is very good. He's just a little bit too slow, man. He's a little bit too slow, which is sad, but what can you do? So we're going to pop that into there. We're going to discard those items right there. And then we're going to open our World Cup winning packs. Of course, first a standard pack for completing the objectives. Let me know in the comment section below as well, guys, how you're enjoying this game mode. Are you enjoying it? Do you think you're going to play it for a long time or a little time? Does it not really interest you? Did you get bored of it quickly? Did you spend too many coins, or have you not spent enough coins? Let me know how you feel about it and how it's going for you. Let's discard those coins there. And then here we go, guys. So this is what we officially get for winning the World Cup. We got Mtiti out of it. We got, who is that we just packed? Another good player out of it. Oh, wow. A thin pack to start with in that 7.5k pack right there. That really wasn't very good. A couple of duplicates. I'll be able to get rid of the duplicates. Once I get up to like 80 or 90 duplicates, I'll burn them all through the upgrade pack method, and then we'll just start again from fresh. And into the next pack, we do get a board out of this one. It's only one board though. Who's it going to be? German, left mid. Wait, who is that? Sane. I already have him. That's not bad though. He's a decent card. Wouldn't mind using him in the squad. Right now we've got a South American theme going on. But Sane's not bad at all. A few more duplicates there as well to send up to the trade pile. And that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. So if you did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.